WCLN 1170 Radio and Star Vision Cable Channel 16 are pleased to present We Should Know, hosted by J.W. Simmons, an upbeat, informative look at people, places, and issues facing our community. This education-based analysis of issues will remain positive and informative as we consider closely what we should know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The name of the show is We Should Know. We're coming to you on WCLN 1170 AM Star Vision Channel 16, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m. Tuesdays 2:30 to 3:30 on WCLN and Star Vision. There's a reprint summation in the Sampson Weekly newspaper. I want to continue to thank you each and every week for your input, comments, recent programs we've had with the John Locke Foundation. John Hood was with us. A number of comments on that. Also recently, one of our more recent programs, District Attorney Ernie Lee. A lot of folks like what we talked about with that program, especially kind of a general overview of the judicial system. So if you'll continue to email us at weshouldknowedu@gmail.com, we'll certainly appreciate that. And suggestions you have. Many of you have given us suggestions on topics or people you would like to hear more from and things that we know we need to know more about. Today is one of those programs that's exciting. It's not only interesting, it's about entertainment, and it's about the kind of the core of Sampson County, Clinton, North Carolina. We've got two people that work desperately here on many programs and projects. Mary Rose, and everybody knows, I think, Mary Rose, downtown Clinton, zoning, Mary everywhere. Ray Jordan. Ray, I don't know that anybody don't know your name, or at least have seen you involved in something. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, J.W.
Let's talk a little bit about just generally, and I'll start with you, Mary. You're involved in a lot of stuff, especially with zoning and downtown Clinton stuff. Kind of tell us about what you do and how you're connected with both city and county government.
Well, as planning director for the Clinton-Sampson County Planning Department, I've held this position for about 2 years now. And the responsibilities include not only planning and zoning for the city of Clinton, but also the unincorporated areas of Sampson County. So I am a county girl myself, born and raised here in the Harrells, and I enjoy serving both the city and the county. As well as my planning and zoning function, I manage code enforcement and the Clinton Main Street program, as well as serve as staff for the Historic Preservation Commission in Clinton. So I jump back and forth, wear many hats, but one of the most enjoyable aspects of my position is creating opportunities for people to enjoy themselves in downtown Clinton as the Main Street manager. And we enjoy encouraging that as a destination for not only the citizens of Clinton, but all our citizens in Sampson County as the county seat. And we also are trying to create a destination to encourage some of our neighboring county citizens from Duplin and Cumberland and other counties to come and visit our community.
Absolutely, and again, thank you for taking time to be here today to talk about a very special program coming up this summer. Ray Jordan, everybody kind of associates your name with events, entertainment, all kinds of stuff. And of course, I think most people, when they hear Ray Jordan, they think of the Sampson County Agri-Expo Center. And you can correct me on exactly what that title is supposed to be, but I think it's been referred to as the Expo Center, the Ag Center, right. All kinds of titles. But tell us about Ray Jordan. You didn't just step into this kind of thing. You've been doing this for some time as well.
Right. JW, I came to work for Sampson County as the director for the Exposition Center about 16 years ago. So my current title is Executive Director of the Sampson County Exposition Center. We have about 400 events a year annually with the Exposition Center, and they can range from concerts to seminars, trade shows, everything in between. We have a ton of events going on. My other responsibilities for working with Sampson County include serving as the chairman of the Sampson County Convention Visitors Bureau, and I serve on the Economic Development Commission as well. In addition, I'm serving as the president of the Arts Council, and that's where how the involvement from my position came to be with what we're going to discuss today with the Alive After 5 summer concert series.
Absolutely. And you know, after listening to you guys talk, it kind of makes me wonder, do you actually have time to eat lunch and that kind of thing? I mean, that's a lot of hats to wear. And as Mary, you talked about the number of hats you wear. It's also diversity in time and allocation of time. So it's really, I think it's important for folks to know that. And just a little catch thing there, you said 400 events. There's not 365 days a year. That tells you right there that there's a number of events going on each day out at the Expo Center. And Sampson County, I think, is pretty proud of that. We have a lot of other folks. Mary, you mentioned folks from other counties, other areas. This program covers about 8 or 10 counties. So as folks are listening to this, we have other people from other counties coming and using this Civic Center.
Yeah, we sure do. We have, today there's a company out of Wilmington that's here having a regional meeting today, and a couple weeks ago we had a large trade show that had over 2,000 attendees. There were folks from as far away as Washington State here, so it's a big draw, and a community our size to have the facility like the Expo Center, we're very fortunate. A lot of counties around us would love to have what we have here as far as a space for meetings and different kind of events, and you know, the lion's share of our business does come from within Sampson County, but we do get a lot of business from outside the county, and that brings dollars in and puts folks in our motels and in our restaurants, and those are things we're looking for as we try to out-recruit folks to come in for hosting their events at the Exposition Center.
Absolutely. And Mary, one of the things that comes to mind as we're talking about this, it really takes everybody on board when you're looking at these kinds of events, and let's go ahead and kind of get into this Live After 5, and you'll hear that over and over again in the next few minutes as we talk about this program. But as we look at Live After 5, we're looking at the City of Clinton, the County of Sampson, all the folks that is involved in various aspects of that, from the police department in the City of Clinton to public works folks to others that come together to make these kinds of events happen. Give us a kind of an idea of how this started and the brainchild of it. I know that there's a number of towns, Goldsboro and others, that do similar events, but how did it come about for the City of Clinton and for Sampson County to step into that arena? And oftentimes, let me say this very quickly so folks will know, sometimes when you're doing something new and different, it takes a little bit of push and shove to get that done. Is that a correct statement?
And not to forget, Jody, before Mary starts, is that the Live After 5 is presented by the Sampson Arts Council, the City of Clinton, and the Sampson County.
And don't forget the Sampson Arts Council, okay?
Right.
Mary?
That's right. So for years, JW, I think there had been discussions. I remember being involved in a meeting with Ray years ago, and to where everyone, I think, really desired something like this downtown. But sometimes, as I think you mentioned, it just takes a little while to get something off the ground. So the city manager and Ray and myself and a few others kind of got together and started talking about it. And thanks to Ray's talents with scheduling great entertainment and everyone else who's come together to really try to obtain the sponsors, because without our sponsors we wouldn't have such a great event, and we have so many good sponsors. We really appreciate their support for this event and are constantly seeking new sponsors, so we'd be happy to speak to anyone about those opportunities. But it's a true team effort between the county and the city and the Arts Council. We all work together from the city's point of view, which is a city employee I'll speak to just a little bit. The mayor and city council, I think, were very pleased when this kind of came to fruition. They realized that in this economy, people are looking for ways to find entertainment locally instead of having to drive, to Raleigh or Durham, and that sort of thing. And so that was one of the goals of this, is to provide our citizens locally in Clinton and Sampson County with that opportunity. The city staff has been wonderful, Public Works, the police department. Everyone has just pitched in to truly make this an event which logistically comes together very easily due to everyone's help. The police department keeps us safe, the Public Works department keeps us safe, and also keeps us organized and helps us to close the streets and the parking lot, the trash. We promote this as an event that's just very family friendly, community spirited, and safe. Absolutely. And just a good opportunity to come downtown during the summer and just enjoy yourself.
Right, some of the challenges, and I know you're kind of a pro at this kind of thing, but what are some of the challenges doing this kind of an event with so many multiple partners involved?
Well, JW, the thing is that we've got three great groups that are working together, and everybody understands their role and pulls their weight. We've got a great committee. I guess we should touch on that first. We have the Live After 5 is a committee. It consists of folks from the Sampson Arts Council, the city and the county, and folks that are from our business community. It's not just government employees or the nonprofit sector. It's made up from those sectors. There's, I think, 10 or there may be 11 committee members. I can't remember the exact number that come together to meet that work together to present. If I had to say what would be our biggest challenge in presenting, it would be the weather.
That's something we totally have no control over.
The only thing we can't control. But honestly, when we started the Live After 5, this will be our third season. Obviously it was something that was that the community really wanted and the business community wanted, because they stepped up to the plate and have funded it and supported it. We have, I think we've had roughly about 85 to 90 sponsors the first 2 years. That number continues to grow. The sponsors do get great benefits as becoming a sponsor. But I guess the common comment I hear from our sponsors is that while they like to sponsor this and be a part of it because it does serve the entire community. Mm-hmm. It's not a self-serve thing. It's folks are coming together to have enjoyable concert and community event that is for everyone throughout Sampson County. And folks that don't mind paying for things like that. It's kind of like our Class Act series where we bring in the kids for all the performances they see. That's the easiest money I raise, because folks that make contributions to that know it's for everybody, and that really makes it easy on us to do. But the challenges, I guess, would be like I said, the weather's the biggest thing. Yeah. But we have a great committee, and everybody works together, pulls their weight, and it really comes together very easily. It's the biggest thing is seeking sponsors, and our committee is doing a great job of that. And we'll be looking to expand our committee as we continue to grow.
And going into the third year, it seems that folks are coming on board without a whole lot of push or shove one way or the other.
Sure. We've got, like I said, this is our third season. The first two went great, and we're looking forward to this year.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment to continue discussion about this. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. Call a friend. We're talking about entertainment in downtown Clinton. We'll be back in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The name of the show is We Should Know. If you just happen to be tuning your radio in and you're listening to us, you're listening to us on WCLN 1170 AM radio, Starvision TV, Channel 16. We air Tuesdays, 2:30 to 3:30. Also 7 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a replay of this program. Sampson Weekly Newspaper gives a summation and a print version. Now we're also uploaded to YouTube. So if YouTube is, you got time to sit down and look at us on YouTube, it's done probably, I think maybe the second or third day after the program airs. You can see a number of our programs on YouTube as well. Some programs we've had in the past. If you've missed a program, oftentimes I'm asked as I'm out in the community, where can I go to see the show with the district attorney or the John Locke Foundation, John Hood, or whomever it may be, and I just tell folks, go to YouTube, type in We Should Know EDU. Again, send us your comments, questions, suggestions, We Should Know EDU at gmail.com. Excited today to have two folks with us. Got a lot going on, a lot of excitement in downtown Clinton, something called Live After 5, and Mary takes a lot of time to put it together, a lot of interest in this program. Ray was just telling us this is the third year in, 85, 90 sponsors. When you get feedback from your office, and I'm sure you get a lot of feedback, what if any kinds of concerns maybe is it that people has? One of the things I'm hearing a lot as we talk about it, guys, is that you say to folks, all these things are going on, and guess what? It's free. And they go, what? It's free? It almost stuns them. The value added to this is not only in the entertainment and what they're getting, but what's the value added for downtown Clinton and for the merchants? Let's talk about that for a minute.
For downtown Clinton, it's been a wonderful opportunity for our, especially our restaurants and a few of our other businesses. It's so nice, I think, for people to be able to come downtown and experience such a wonderful entertainment opportunity with the bands. I'll be honest with you, up until I had participated in this event, I had never been exposed to some of these bands before, and it's just so great to be able to, for example, for me, walk down the street from my office to the city market and enjoy this wonderful event, and then afterwards maybe make a date with a friend to go to dinner at one of our downtown restaurants. I see so many people, as Ray and I are running around on the day of the event, you know, you've got people walking up and down the street, what's going on, what's going on, and when you see that big stage roll in, I think people get excited. But what I want to stress to people is, please, we've got 5 great opportunities this summer. And we went from 4 last year to 5 this year. I know Ray's going to talk a little bit about the bands in a minute. But take this opportunity to get out of the house on a beautiful summer evening, walk, stroll with the kids. One thing that touches my heart is when I'm walking back and forth from my office, which is right down the street from the city market on this day, as it, you know, draws near, I see families and friends, and we pass walking on the street, and it's just like, hey, Mary Rose, we're here to have a good time. We're looking forward to it. One thing that really has pleased me, and I think it's pleased the mayor and city council, is I think one time, and Ray might correct me if I'm wrong, there was as many as maybe 75 children playing in the tree park behind the city market, you know, throwing balls around, just having a big time. So to me, what that says is just what I feel like Clinton and Sampson County is all about, is community, family, good-spirited, you know, opportunities to get together and walk around and enjoy, you know, the history of downtown, the art piece that we have. It's really beautiful. And if you haven't come yet, make sure you put it on your calendar. At least try. You know, try it and see if it's your thing.
I don't know anybody can market downtown Clinton and Sampson County better than Mary Rose. So I mean, you do a great job in talking about it. It shows. Ray, I know a lot of times you're out there on the front line, and we see a lot of shows. A lot of folks will drive to Myrtle Beach and they'll see shows at Myrtle Beach. And you're constantly looking at it. If anybody's got their thumb on entertainment and what's going on, and whether it's Myrtle Beach or New York or whatever, you see a lot of this. It comes across your desk. I've been in your office before, and stuff will come in, and I'm thinking, wow, I've seen that, you know, on TV somewhere. When going through this process, and Mary mentioned that there were 4, now we got 5 this year, so that tells me more value for a person getting involved in this. Let's talk about some of these bands and what they are, because I want people to understand when they're coming out, they're not just coming out to, you know, to hang around and see a few friends, although they're going to do that. They're really going to get first-class entertainment. So let's talk about some of these bands and what you've got selected and lined up this year.
Well, JW, just as Mary said, and as you just touched on, the first 2 seasons we had 4 events. This current season coming up, we're having 5. We were able to negotiate with our bands to get the prices in a good range we could have, where we could add an event, because everyone was asking for us to add another event in the community to take it further into the fall. But this year, starting out on all of our events will start out on, they're all on the third Thursdays of the months May, June, July, August, and September.
Easy to remember.
Easy to remember, third Thursdays. So our first event will be on Thursday, May 16th. All events begin at 5. You can start coming out at about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
There will be a DJ, Robert Stroud, Boogie Shoes Radio Network will be playing from 5 o'clock until the band starts at 5:45. The bands will generally play hour and a half sets, take a break, and then they'll play on until 8:30. So that's the schedule for each event. The first band this year is North Tower. A lot of folks have seen the band North Tower. They've been around quite a while, but they've really taken on and got a new energy about them over the last couple of years and been in high demand. And,
now, are they from Raleigh, Ray? Or
they're from just the other side of Raleigh.
Okay.
And but North Tower's, I think it's 7 or 8 piece band, horn section. They play a wide range of music. They do play beach music. We try to find something that an artist that can play multiple types of music, not just beach music, not just country, but something that will please
kind of crossover.
Crossover, exactly. So North Tower is who we'll start out with on May 16th. The second band is, last year, if you noticed at the first and second, and the first event and the second, and the last event, we had a much younger crowd come out, and these were folks who were home from college and visiting their friends, whatever. And one of the most requested bands that we had last year, we did a survey on our Facebook page, and ask about the bands. The most requested band we had was Spare Change. Spare Change is a band that's probably maybe 6-7 years old at the most. They're from LaGrange. They play a wide variety of music. Got a fiddler in the band. So it's just going to be a very eclectic array of music while they play, and they draw a young crowd, and they're a very fun party band. That's on Thursday, June 20th. The one that I'm particularly most looking forward to is on July 18th, and a lot of folks have seen this group. It's the Voltage Brothers. They're out of Atlanta, Georgia. There's 8 of them with the group. That will be a non-stop show from beginning to end.
So they're actually entertaining as well as playing music.
They're playing music. They've got a little floor show going on, and they do a really great job. And there again, it's music from R&B to today's hip hop and everything else in between. Wow. So that'll be a great time. Then we're going to jump right back into, on August 15th, to more of a traditional beach music band with Steve Owens and the band Summertime. I think there's about 9 of those guys that will be traveling together, and they're pretty much in the beach music vein, but they do play good dance music, and they do play slow songs, a little bit of everything. And to close out the season this year on Thursday, September 19th, is the Fantastic Shakers, and we had them the very first season. And you remember they got rained out, and we had to reschedule.
I was just fixing to say that's one of the things you mentioned a while ago. One of the challenges is the weather.
Yep. But the Fantastic Shakers have been around for a long time, and they're truly a beach music band, and that's one that a lot of folks will love, and especially our older population want to come out and see the Fantastic Shakers. So that's our lineup for the season. And it's going to be a great season of events. And one thing I want to point out is that this year our plans are we will make the weather call by 12 o'clock.
Okay.
So in the event that we see that we're going to be potentially faced with afternoon bad weather, we would make the call to move these events to the Sampson County Expo Center. So the events will be rain or shine. There's no reschedule. It will go on. And the worst thing I fear we have is to cancel the event, move it to the Expo Center in the sunshine.
Yeah.
So if it's going to rain, we want it to rain hard.
Absolutely.
But so that's the plan. So, but all the events are held at the Clinton City Market, which is on Lisbon Street, downtown Clinton, and that's part of that. I guess one of the next things we could jump to, if you like, is we have food vendors that come out, and Mary can talk about that a little bit. But we have.
Let's touch on a couple more questions on the bands a little bit. As you put these bands together, and I say you, the committee, whatever puts these bands together, what are some of the key things you're looking for in a band? We mentioned entertainment, and we mentioned, like you said, the Voltage Brothers is something you're kind of looking forward to because they do kind of a show. Right. What are some of the other things you look at when you're putting them together? The range, because you're really addressing a broad audience. Right. I think there's been people, I've noted people there 85, 86 years old, people there, as Mary pointed out a while ago, kids playing. So how do you come up with this kind of recipe? I mean, it takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
JW, the committee, what we do with the committee is we try to poll our sponsors. We try to poll the fans, the folks that follow us on Facebook, and get some idea of who they would like to see. Now, we had somebody say they want to see ZZ Top and Led Zeppelin. We can't afford it. Somebody said, well, how about Lionel Richie?
Really.
A little beyond our budget. But so what we do is we take those names and suggestions in, and we contact the agents and their management companies, and we try to put together, this past year, we put together a list of about 25 bands. And we present that list to the committee, and we review each one of them for the type music that they play, the versatility of the band, and make the selection from that. So the committee has the final say-so on the bands, who we book, and then there again we always take into account the price, and what the total cost will be to produce that band. And it's not only the band, you've got the stage, you've got the sound equipment, and all the things that people don't realize when you book a band that you got to have.
I mean, it sounds like it's a long, arduous process. You just don't go out and just select a few and then it's over with and you print it. You got to go through the process.
And it is a process. I mean, you take JW, just as you're working with a band, some bands have great marketing materials. Some you have to pull teeth to get it from them. So as we're going through that process, we try to make sure that we are dealing with bands, we can get what we need to do it.
Absolutely. We're going to take another break. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. You're watching We Should Know. We'll be back in a moment with Ray Jordan and Mary Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The name of the show is We Should Know. If you're just tuning us in, I want to give a shout out to a lot of folks out there that mentions their name on the radio. Boogie Shoes Radio Network with Robert Stroud often comes to mind as I'm thinking about the show, and he's gracious enough to talk about us on Saturday to his audience, and we have a lot of those listeners viewing this program and listening to us on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m., 2:30 to 3:30 on Tuesday. Also, we have other folks to include the Country Store. We have folks at the Gospel Hour, Wayne Weeks with the Gospel Hour. We have a number of people that mentioned the show on WCLN radio. Also, the biggest contributors, I think, to the show is you guys and the folks out there in the community that not only ask the questions, but speak to other people about what you've heard or what you've seen on We Should Know. So we encourage you to continue to listen to us. Today is a program that everybody's excited about. It's summertime. One of the things, guys, that we often hear folks say is there anything to do around Clinton? And for colloquial terminology, is there something to do? You know, and two people, Mary Rose and Ray Jordan, you guys know there is, and you are always creating things to do in the Clinton area. Gasoline, we don't know where it's going to go. It costs, Ray, to go to the beach now. Mary, you know that as well. Used to, we could drive to the beach, come back, maybe $50, even spend a night sometime. Now you can't even get there. You can't even get there for $50. We've got things in the community right now. It's called Live After 5. The summer events is unbelievable. We've talked about the bands, Ray. We have a lot of vendors that's coming in for this event, and I find it just fascinating. Some of those are local businesses, and most folks know who they are. Let's talk about the vendors a bit, Mary, and who some of those people are.
We do. We have opportunities when you come downtown for this event. Be sure to bring your lawn chair, and we've got opportunities for food vendors, so there's going to be something there to eat. Of course, our sponsors, we have sponsor levels from $250 all the way to $5,000, and I try to sell a lot of the $250 sponsorships, because in this economy, I tend to watch what I spend on entertainment and everything. Yeah. And so for $250, a patron sponsor, even at the base level, you receive 2 reception tickets to the sponsor reception, which Jenny Evans does a wonderful job of providing a wonderful opportunity for food during that. And you receive 2 beverage tickets. You receive T-shirts, which the committee worked last year on a T-shirt contest, which Ray really worked a little bit more than that. So each year, I want everybody to look forward to the excitement of the bands, the new T-shirt that we may have, because we want you to wear that around town.
Fashion statement.
Right? We want you to come and be prepared to enjoy our food vendors. We want you, some sponsor levels, you're able to come and promote your business and have a space there to promote your business. So you can come actually enjoy the concert, thank the sponsors because they're going to be there in some instances, and then grab something to eat with our food vendors, or, as I said before, if you'd like to make a date to have dinner downtown and at one of our downtown restaurants. It's within walking distance of the city market, very pleasurable. My son and I were downtown one evening having dinner at one of the restaurants, and after we ate, the sun was going down. I said, let's walk down to the art piece. It was beautiful. He likes history. We walked around the courthouse and looked at some of the monuments there. It really was such a pleasant experience. So, and you mentioned events downtown. What's going on downtown, JW? More things are going on in Clinton, downtown Clinton, than ever before. Not only the Alive After 5 concert series, but we're working with the Sampson County Meth Task Force to provide another drive-in opportunity.
That's April 26th.
It's April 26th, this coming Friday. Yeah. So even if you don't have a classic automobile or a business vehicle or a fire truck that you want to enter in our drive-in, because it is a $20 registration fee, but all the proceeds from the event go to the Sampson County Meth Task Force.
Nonprofit organization.
Nonprofit. You know more about it than I do as chairman of that committee. Whole nother thing to talk about. But once again, it's just looking at opportunities to bring people downtown and to enjoy themselves. And I encourage people, go to the Alive After 5 website, go to our Facebook page, go to Downtown's Facebook page. Tell us what you would like to see happen in downtown. We'll try to reach out to a partner and make it happen. We're evaluating everything, and we're always looking for opportunities. Another thing that I would be remiss if I didn't mention is the efforts that the Farmers Market Committee is working on right now to create a Sampson County Farmers Market at the Clinton City Market. Their opening day is the first Wednesday in May, and we are so excited. We have at least 15 vendors dedicated to that right now. It's right at the City Market, the same location as the Alive After 5 concert. It's going to be Wednesdays from 9 to 1, Saturdays from 9 to 1, and just have a great group of citizens working on that. So really excited about the events and opportunities in downtown Clinton. But please tell us what you want to see in downtown Clinton. That's what we really want to hear. Is there something that's missing?
No problem parking. You can park.
No problem parking. We have, I can't quote the exact number, but we have hundreds of parking spaces downtown within walking distance of the City Market. So.
Ray, Mary mentioned sponsors and talked about some of the different sponsor levels. How hard is it to get folks? I mean, you mentioned this is the third year we're going in. Does most people say, well, yeah, I want to do it again? So that is, if that is the case, do you have room for additional sponsors on any of the levels? And tell us about that a bit.
Yeah, JW, we do. The Alive After 5 sponsor levels, as Mary said, begin at $250. They go up to $5,000. We have a bronze sponsor at $500. We have a silver sponsor at $1,000. Gold sponsor at $2,500 and platinum at $5,000. We have folks in every category, and the sponsor benefits and levels that come along with being a sponsor. Most folks sponsor because it's the thing to do. Yep. There's great benefits to go along with it, as Mary said. You know, the tickets to the reception, the parking passes, their T-shirts, their promotional opportunities. We are always looking sponsors. The Live After 5 season, it generally takes about $75,000 to $80,000 to produce the season. So we're always looking sponsors. This year's a unique year. We've had two folks that have upped their sponsorship and become $2,500 sponsors that in the past were thousands. Mm-hmm. So they're seeing the businesses are seeing the value in supporting it and had the opportunity for them to come out and promote their business. It's not a sales event that folks can come out. For example, we have two car dealers that are gold sponsors this year. They'll have the opportunity to bring out their vehicles, put them out there, and have their employees out talking about their cars. Mm-hmm. Other sponsor levels can come out, and as Mary said, they can have a display booth and show what they do and what they offer. They're not there necessarily to sell items the day of the event, but they are there to promote their business, and most of our sponsors take advantage of that. It's a great opportunity for a new business to get the word out about what they do. And the sponsor reception, as Mary was talking about, we have a great sponsor reception. It's underneath the City Market. Mm-hmm. It is for our sponsors. It's a way of saying thank you for what they do for us. We have a tremendous number of sponsors. Then they come out to the reception. They have the opportunity to fellowship with each other, and then they come out and mingle with the crowd and have their booth space available. So it's a great opportunity. We are looking for sponsors. You can find out more about sponsoring and sponsor opportunities by visiting the website, which is AliveAfter5ClintonNC.com.
AliveAfter5ClintonNC.com.
That's correct.
Okay.
And if you go to that website, there's tons of information on there about how you can become a sponsor, how you can become a food vendor. We have opportunities for folks to be koozie sponsors, to sponsor a canned koozie. So if you're interested in any of those opportunities, visit that website. You can download the forms, or feel free to call Mary or call myself. You can reach me at the Exposition Center, and my number is 592-6451. You can reach Mary by calling 592-1961 and asking for Mary Rose. And any of our other committee members, call the Sampson Arts Council, which is 596-2533, and ask to speak to Kara Donatelli, our Executive Director. And she'll be glad to provide you information on becoming a sponsor. We always need more sponsors. We want more. The more participation, the better. And we're really seeking sponsorship from across Sampson County, not just folks from here within Clinton. And we have sponsors from across the county. And it's a great opportunity. But there's great sponsor benefits. So if you're out there and you have a business and you want to promote it, give us a call and we'll let you know. Also about our food vendors. If you have a business, or if you're a nonprofit and you want to try to do a fundraising event and serve as a food vendor, we're accepting applications for that. So that folks, when they attend the events, they can have opportunity to purchase some type of food and beverage. So that's an opportunity for folks to come out and make sales. That's our only sales things we have are food vendors. We've had in the past folks that come out and sell hamburgers, hot dogs. We've had folks come out and sell pizza. We've funnel cakes, ice cream. So there's a lot of opportunity for folks to come out and have be a food vendor. So those are opportunities that are there as far as vendors. But we're very excited. We're always looking sponsors. But our deadline is we do have a deadline.
Okay. Deadline's important.
It's Monday, end of day Monday for anybody that would like to be a sponsor.
Okay.
Is the end of day Monday, especially if it's going to be a level above $1,000, and because those levels are 2,500 and up are printed on T-shirts and other marketing materials, and that stuff will go to print later that week. But we can accept the bronze patron and the patron and the silver sponsors right up to the event time, but because they're not listed on the things. But we're trying to get everybody in so that we can make sure they're included on our billboards. Right. We have a great 2 locations for billboards to promote the events. One is at the end at Lisbon Street, facing Elizabeth Street. Mm-hmm. So as folks come down Elizabeth Street, coming from the direction of the high school, turning right or left, it's right in front of you. And there's one at the City Market in the parking lot. And these are great signs. They've got the names of the bands, the dates of the concerts, and they list our sponsors. Mm-hmm. And we'd like everybody, as they come out to the Live After 5, to really thank our sponsors, because without their support, it would not be possible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those sponsors are important too. The $250 sponsors are critically important because, as you said, somebody may see that as just a way they can contribute to the event itself and be part of the event. And there are huge numbers of people that are doing that throughout Sampson County, correct?
Right, there sure are. Our 2 largest sponsor levels are, as far as numbers of sponsors, are patrons and bronze sponsors.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. Cut you off. We'll be right back with Ray and Mayrose. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The name of the show is We Should Know. I'm pleased you're tuning us in today. Call a friend. We're talking about Live After 5, downtown Clinton, 3rd year upcoming. We've got the folks that are kind of behind the scenes, turning the knobs and buttons, making this happen. Mayrose, Ray Jordan. You guys have been involved in this upcoming 3rd year. Anything that we need to know that is things that you're working on that may be unique this year as opposed to the previous 2 years? I know, Ray, we talked about the entertainment. There's a added event in there, and when you look at these bands, they're all first-class bands. You see them at major events around the state and even out of state. Is there other things that we need to look at that may be different this year as opposed to last year?
Well, a couple things, JW, we always want to make folks aware that when you come out to a Live After 5 concert, to bring your lounge chair.
Lounge chair.
We don't provide chairs. You can bring your blanket, sit on the grass, sit on the ground. But, folks come out, bring your lounge chair. Things that we have available at the Live After 5, in addition to our sponsors, that you can visit their sponsor, their booth, so to speak.
Yeah, sure.
Is to our food vendors. And we don't right now. We're not ready to announce who they are for the current upcoming season. But in the past, we've had folks that come out and have done funnel cakes, ice cream, hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza, deli sandwiches, and soft drinks and that kind of thing. In addition to that, we do offer a beer and wine tent. This year, new that we'll have Duplin Winery will be with us. They'll be offering tastings and samplings of their wine. Right. So if folks want to try that, they can come out. We also have the area where we have cordoned off for our kids to play. That's a smoke-free, alcohol-free zone, so to speak. They can come in and participate there. And those are kind of things we have. There's public restrooms available for folks as they come out. And there's plenty of parking. There's about 5, I think there's 6 public parking lots downtown within walking distance of the City Market. But those are things that folks can expect when they come out. We don't have, quote, an official entrance, so folks can kind of just swarm the place and come in and set up in front of the band stage. There is a place for folks to dance down front, so they can come out and shake a leg. And
that's entertaining within itself at
times,
it
is. Well, it's really fun last year to see all the kids out there dancing at the beginning, so that's a lot of fun always. But,
and I just wanted to mention, for those of you who are like me, who aren't big dancers or people who get out too terribly much, it is very entertaining. To me, it's a great opportunity just to see people you don't ever get to see, and you get to visit, listen to the music, enjoy the weather. So don't let, just because you may not be a beach music fan or the wildest dancer in the world, don't let that keep you away. Come on down and just give us a try, experience what it's all about, which is, like I said, community fun, good-spirited fun, ways to entertain our citizens of Clinton and Sampson County and bring them to our county seat, the heart of our community. It's just, I can't say enough about how in the past few years, because of the Arts Council, because of the Community Theater, because of the Sampson County History Museum, which, by the way, all three of those entities are partners with our Clinton Main Street program and partner with us on multiple events throughout the year. Give us a try. If you experienced the farmers market downtown a number of years ago, you may have tried it and seen, well, there weren't really a lot of vendors, there weren't a lot of things going on. Give us a second chance. These volunteers are working so hard. The committee members for Alive After 5, the committee members downtown with the farmers market, the Sampson County Meth Task Force, driving committee members. And the Clinton Main Street program also has 4 other committees: our organization committee, our promotion committee, our design committee, and our economic restructuring committee. These individuals, about 30 or more, are working so hard to provide opportunities for our citizens. So please find a way to let us know. Call me, stop me on the street. If you see me at Khalil's downtown eating lunch, come up to me. I had a sweet lady yesterday, Miss Grace Weeks, stopped me and made a few positive comments. And I thought, that's what we want. We want to know what the citizens of Sampson County and Clinton want from us. And I think Ray feels the same way. I mean, we want to please people, and we just want to provide some great opportunities to our citizens.
Ray, you mentioned a couple of times the weather is one of the biggest challenges you have, and I'm sure you probably looked at the almanac and everything else this year, but I think one of the things that's easy to remember is this third Thursday of each month is the time, and it is on a Thursday, so oftentimes folks are leaving. Maybe they're leaving work at 5 o'clock, and they may tell their spouse or somebody that's their grandparents or whomever meet us there with the children, and they just come out. And as you said, they can enter anywhere. Parking is easy downtown. A number of adjacent parking lots around. So the volume of people. Give us an idea. If I've not been, and maybe I'm in Duplin County or maybe I'm in Wake County here in this program. And what is the intriguing part about that? What should I expect when I pull into Clinton? Because sometimes folks, I don't want to go because it's too many people and I can't get in. Right. Tell us kind of how you feel on that.
Just to touch on that, JW, going back to our artists that will be playing this year, variety. That's the number one thing we have, is that we've got a great wide variety of events that there's. I promise you, if you come out, you'll hear some music during that show that you'll like. You may not like every song, but you'll like something. And you'll get there and you'll see old friends and make new acquaintances. That's been one of the biggest things that I've seen, is that as I've walked around at the events, I've seen these people that are saying, well, I hadn't seen you since last year out here, that kind of thing. So it's a time to come together as a sense of community. But as far as folks coming in from outside our county, one of my friends helps put on the Alive After 5 concert series at North Hills. They have 10,000 people. You come out here, you can have, we have anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 folks. So you've got much less congestion as far as that. You can see the band, you're closer up, those kind of things. So there's great opportunity for that. It's just a ton of fun, and it's clean, it's wholesome, and folks have a great time. And the biggest thing is they don't have to drive far to do it.
Exactly. I think the thing is again, that phrase, something to do, what's going on in Clinton and what can we do? And you've heard that for years, and you guys have been changing that aggressively over the past 3 to 5 years. I mean, we've had the Expo Center there, and you've done a great job in bringing some bands in there, but how do you get beyond free? How do you get beyond unusual and something that's new You just can't go. I mean, literally, it's there. So the only reason you wouldn't participate in it is maybe you're in the hospital or something.
The interesting thing is, a couple of weeks ago, folks were forever saying there's nothing to do in Sampson.
Absolutely.
They're forever saying that.
Absolutely. We've heard that millions of times.
Long time. But the interesting thing is, I was in a business, and there was two ladies talking to each other, and the one lady, she said, there's just nothing to do here. And she said, have you stopped and read the paper? Have you stopped and listened to the radio? She said, there's more here to do than there's anywhere else in the world.
Absolutely.
And there is. There is just a tremendous amount of events going on. I mean, if you just look at the summer schedule, I mean, you got the hollering contest. You've got the tractor pull. I mean, there's tons of events going on if you take the time to find them.
All over the county, and some of these adjacent counties that have business. You mentioned the Duplin Winery. They have a lot of folks here that grow grapes for that winery. They're one of top 5, I think, in the nation. So you guys have got those people coming, and I think they keep adding the vendors and the sponsors themselves. You mentioned that. You might not get under the wire this year, but to come out from Spivey's Corner or the Plainview area or Harold's home, Mary Rose, come on down and take a look, meet some friends, make plans to come in. One of the things Mary mentioned, Ray, I thought was important too, after you get all of this entertainment and so forth, you can also go to one of the restaurants close by, because some of these restaurants, Ribeyes and others, have little after parties there, and folks will go and spend some time there.
That's right.
They do. And I'm sorry, Ray, I wanted to mention, when you talk about Sampson County, exciting things aren't just going on in Clinton. Garland, Roseboro, Newton Grove, check out what's going on near you or in your own community. There are so many wonderful people working on wonderful projects in all of our communities in Sampson County. It just warms my heart to see the fact that the mayor in Garland, Mayor Murphy, is working so hard to provide opportunities in her community. Over in Roseboro, Mayor David Alexander. In Newton Grove, they're just, everybody is trying to kind of get on board with the festive theme of providing opportunities for people to enjoy themselves. When it comes to Christmas and the fall season, the Christmas parades, JW. You and I enjoy the Clinton Christmas parade, but the street fair and barbecue cook-off, and as Ray said, the tractor pull and the hollering contest, they're doing some things a little different, I think, in Spivey's Corner this year. So, that's what this is all about. People. It's all about getting people involved and enjoying yourselves in your home.
Absolutely. Let's recap right quick, Ray. Starting with the band's third Thursday each month. North Tower's the first one. Go down the list right quick.
We have North Tower on May 16th. The band Spare Change will be with us on June 20th. The Voltage Brothers on July 18th. Steve Owens and the band Summertime on August 15th. And we'll conclude with the Fantastic Shakers on September 19th.
And if you miss that, keep in mind you can go to that website, and
it's Alive After 5, ClintonNC.com, all spelled out. Alive After 5, ClintonNC.com. You can also visit the Sampson Arts Council at SampsonArtsCouncil.org website, and there's information that would direct you there. You can certainly call the Exposition Center and ask me, or contact Mary. But the one thing I would like to wrap up and say in JW is that, touching back, is that there's a lot going on in Sampson County. We try to make the Alive After 5, and we're bringing everybody together. Several years ago, the Chamber of Commerce changed from the Clinton Chamber of Commerce to the Clinton Sampson. And the whole thing is that we want everyone that's in Sampson County to feel a part and be a part of all that's going on. But there are great events going on, and we every day.
Mary, quick wrap up. That was Ray's. I'm going to give you a quick wrap up.
Wow. I can't emphasize enough how we do want to hear from the community. In planning, I'm always looking to try to get together focus groups or committees and find out what everybody desires in their community and their county. So let us know about Alive After 5. Give us some feedback about what your favorite band is.
Okay. Thank both of you for being here. We thank Mary Rose and Ray Jordan. Come out, Live After 5. First, May 16th, North Tower. Be there, have fun. We'll see you again next week on the radio.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of We Should Know with host J.W. Simmons. If you have a question or comment regarding this or any episode, please send your email questions and or comments to jwsimmonsedu@gmail.com. And remember to tune in every Tuesday afternoon beginning at 2:30 for another informative episode of We Should Know.